Hi, I'm Leah. A few years ago, I came to Dr. Anthony Pannozzo. I was living with pain and I couldn't seem to find a solution. But in as little as one visit, my life was changed. I was back to working out without the pain. If you or somebody that you know suffers from pain, especially on a daily basis, write this number down, give it to a friend or a family member. It's 561-381-5800. That number will reach Dr. Anthony Pannozzo and make that call because it could be the one that changes your life.
Well, to me, what always gets me a little uneasy with dentists now are given Botox. Hairdressers and beauty parlors are given Botox. But the bottom line is there's a difference between relief and cure. Now, there's another big thing. I was watching this on Channel 566 because a lot of shows are, and they're pushing everything that has to do with older people. Oh, yeah. They're pushing leg braces. They're pushing socks. There's a new thing out called warming socks that you plug in to relieve pain in the ankles.
That's pretty old, though.
Right.
They're always selling some socks with batteries in it to keep you warm, I think.
Well, when I used to go skiing, they'd give you these hand warmers. You crack it, you put it in your gloves, and it makes your hands warm.
Yeah, temporarily, yeah.
But you see, what people don't understand, look, we know we have listeners out there. We know we have people that go to YouTube. We know we have people that go to Facebook and Twitter and this, that, and the other thing. And just to let you know, you are now on the internet at Comcast. So people find you on Comcast on the internet.
What about Facebook?
Facebook? I see. Want me to show you all the Facebook things?
Am I on Facebook?
Yes, you are.
Where? I couldn't find myself.
Your videos from YouTube to Facebook.
Yeah.
I couldn't find myself.
So I can find you, and I don't even know what to do. You keep talking. I'll show you. Okay. So the bottom line, do you have anything else on the scoliosis that you want to bring up, or anything that you've seen while I go look for this stuff?
Well, an interesting one was that I don't know if I'm repeating this, though. Probably am.
That's okay. There's always new listeners.
Walked in serendipitously to your office. She went to the podiatrist for her feet. Her husband had just passed away. She was going on a cruise, and she had tinnitus really bad. And she didn't think she was going to get any relief or whatever. And by the end of your treatment, you could see the difference in her. And in fact, she came back on Thursday before she left for Friday for the other side. And she looked like a completely different person. And she even said that you can obviously see I'm a different person, doctor.
And now he's only talking about 2-3 minutes. You're not talking about 2-3 weeks.
Right.
It's 2-3 minutes right there in the office.
She was blown away. She was the one that was a professional dancer that wore a huge headdress and always kept her neck in a certain position. So that's
all right.
why.
That brings up what's behind a ringing and the migraine and what's the other one?
Vertigo.
Vertigo. It's all from the same area. Now, what's common to them is a bad auto accident in the past, whereas the top of the neck is really injured badly, like football players, or they go through the windshield, or it's a motorcycle, something, catastrophic. 10 years later, you're getting all these symptoms, and what that is a joint or ligament based on this accident, and everybody has it. So if you say, "Well, I never had an accident," well, you think about it.
Well, I mean, if you go back, it's like a little kid's doing something his mother didn't tell him. He falls off the bike, hits his head, and then 8 years later, they're noticing scoliosis.
Yeah.
Okay, that's basically what we're saying. But you know what I'm finding out? I'm finding out that more people are listening and watching what's going on. Because I get people that tell me they see it. And my nephew gets you in West Palm Beach. He was in West Palm Beach. He gets you on cable. He said, "Wow." One of the things he was asking me about, and I'm going to ask you right now. He runs IAA, which is baseball and football teams where everyone gets an award. It's not a competition thing. And he said to me, I heard his show on Comcast where he says that he could look at someone before they play ball and let them know if there's scar tissue in any part of the body that he can help.
Yeah, we can do that. We do that,
Yeah, so you're okay with that?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Because that's a big thing right now. High school and college sports are very big.
Well, I don't know who's doing the examinations before they play. Probably nobody.
I think what he told me is they go to their regular doctor.
Yeah, well, that's not good enough. Yeah.
So when he saw it, he called me up.
Yeah, the regular doctor could be taught how to do it.
Yeah.
There's a technique to everything,
But, Doc,
but they're not asking.
see, these two guys over here, they're younger than we are. Remember the old days when the doctor came with the little black bag?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh, then you're really an old fart. Then, Nick, you're the only young guy here. Okay, so the bottom line is, things move in progression. Nothing moves backwards in our lives. The only thing that's backwards, I'm sorry to say, is Medicare and healthcare in this country. I went.
Well, they're reversing that now.
I've gone to you. A lot of people at iHeart go now. A lot of people. Leah swears by you. She sent people here, but you never write down where they heard it from, but that's okay. That she sends people to call her up, that actually call her up and go to her Facebook page and asking her about you. She tells her she gets a lot of that, and so does the Greek. So I mean, and everyone who's been to see you,
The Greek.
yeah,
We've got to go where he's holding court.
Yes.
He holds court.
Yeah, at Prime, and he does his podcast, and he said, whenever you're ready, just let him know, come down.
Yeah, we're gonna go down and get some Prime and.
Prime has smoked a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the good guys in this industry. He really is. So now, let's talk about some questions that people have sent in. Would you like to
Please.
take some of those, Doc?
Please do that.
Okay. Just give me a chance to beat me up, Scotty. Okay, Maria from Miami went to two different surgeons, and they both said that she has a torn ACL and can only be fixed by surgery. And she had said she had heard you on the radio, and the surgeon said he doesn't know what he's talking about. So whoever you got to, Maria, call me up. Okay, so why are they so indifferent that they have to do surgery on this?
Because that's what they do.
Okay? And we know that an ACL can't be torn.
You cannot even find it.
Okay.
It's deep inside the knee, and you can't get to it.
Charles from New York, I listened to your show, and I want to know how you can cure scoliosis without surgery. Well, we went through that already.
Well, it's scar tissue, and
Okay.
you just relieve the scar tissue, and it opens up by itself.
Here we have someone who's right around the corner from you, Doc. His name is Bob. He's from Delray. He says, I suffer from bad migraine headaches. How is it possible that you can guarantee a permanent cure?
Because we know where it's from, that's why.
Let me stop for a second. There's a show on called the Divas of Wrestling. There's these beautiful, gorgeous, sexy women. And two of them had to go in for neck surgery.
Oh, no.
And found out afterwards that they can't wrestle now because it was so
yeah,
bad.
of course.
Because even though we know it's entertainment, when they hit on the canvas, the neck goes this way, goes that way, goes the other way.
Absolutely, sure.
So they're getting surgery that's not working.
Yep.
Okay. Do you know that the total charge, I'll just give you some information, folks. Total charge for knee replacement in the United States, what do you think?
12,000.
I apologize. No, it's a little more. It's about almost $31,000 a knee.
No kidding.
And they say on knee replacements, over 49,000 of those last year and climbing did not have to be done.
None of them have to be done.
Well, you see, so if people are saying to you, how do you do that? You're paying for something that didn't have to be done when
Right.
WebMed and JAMA are saying the same
for instance,
thing.
when they talk about bone on bone,
Yeah, why? There's no such thing.
it's only about 3 inches of the total knee.
Right.
The total knee is about 18 inches around, and you're only talking about 3 inches of bone on bone. Why throw your knee away for that?
Right.
That's treatable. People have to wise up. Don't go to the surgeon and get both knees done. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
But here's the problem, I think, and you just tell me if you think I'm right. I think what happens is people go to the regular doctor,
Right.
and the regular doctor says, hey, I want you to go see so-and-so. He's an expert in orthopedics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everyone I've heard, you know what they said to me? The first thing they do is the nurse tells you, before the doctor sees you, he wants you to go for therapy because we might be able to ease that pain.
Right.
Okay, now,
And that's not true.
oh, I know that because what they do is they look and they say, let's see, according to your Medicare, you get 12 visits. So in other words, if someone has 8 visits, he's going to be cured the same way I'm going to be cured with my 12 because insurance is only covering 12. And I've never seen anyone that did therapy that worked.
Well, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Forget about the insurance angle, but they don't have the program for it.
I mean, how do they fix it?
They cannot.
No.
And I do fix them, and I can tell you that they don't have a program for it.
What made you go into physical medicine as opposed to all the other?
Well, I thought it was a nice market to approach. You know, when you're a new doctor, you want to work where there's an income for you, and it's an underserved area. So that's what I thought was an underserved area. That's why I went into it.
Unbelievable. Doc, I got a new one. You know what a cost of hip surgery is today?
Nope,
Today's
I have
market?
no idea.
$49,000
$49,000.
for hip surgery.
Wow.
And that's not counting a lot of therapy, because the more you listen to what we're saying is scar tissue is the culprit. So when you fall down and your neck goes back and you start getting pains in and you think your head hurts, you told me something that's so true. You could hit your head against the wall and it's not going to damage your head in the front.
That's right.
But here's what people don't realize. You found what causes it because you studied migraine. Well, the funny thing is, when I first met Doc, I walked into his office and I'm seeing all these people. I'm saying, my God, this guy's supposed to cure everyone. And this guy's there with a cane. I started talking to the guy. He said, when I first came into him, I was in a scooter.
Yeah.
So from a scooter to a wheelchair.
Well, not only that, but we just saw somebody who had an auto accident about a week ago. And they had a COC1, in other words, migraine-producing structure, back then, way back. That was not affected. In other words, whatever was treated did not come back.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about, that treatments that you get in my office are permanent. Your pain does not come back from those areas.
I very seldom, in fact, I could count on one hand, seen someone that has come into your office for something like a migraine or a hip or something like that has come back again.
They don't come back.
No. What about the big thing that they came out for golfers and wearing the copper bracelet?
Yeah, well, that brought me into the golf business, you know.
Oh, I know that. Okay.
Yeah, people were misusing the golfers, and they were selling these braces and these copper and the magnets. They were selling magnets and mattresses.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't believe this stuff. So I figured I'd find out what the real truth was, and I met Bob Tosky and learned from him what a professional golfer really needs the student to do. And then I said, yeah, I can help him with that, because that's the kind of business I'm in, the pain business. So that's how that worked, just like that.
So when you're feeling better, we'd like to go down with my friend from the Sun Sentinel and help some of these golfers that are playing, the senior golfers. There's a lot of golfers that live here in South Florida, in Jupiter, and where your show now goes into Jupiter.
This is a great place. I mean, if we could get some of them interested in pursuing the scientific aspect of the golf treatment, why I think we've done a great deal.
Well, when you're going to have someone that specializes in golf. He writes for the paper, and he's very interested in what you're saying.
Well, we ought to do that. Yeah.
And well, guess what? The ball now is in your court. So when you're ready for him to come down.
The golf ball?
Oh, you can't use a golf ball, tennis ball.
Golf ball.
We'll get that guy over there to do
whatever's in my court.
Don't let anyone tell you how to do something for your body, and don't let anyone tell you how to spend your money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
It's your money and your body. You know, it's amazing. Someone will go to 20,000 different places to find out could they get a car cheaper. But they won't spend the time to find out how they could get their body working.
Yeah, that's true.
And that to me, I see by the music, Doc. It's getting time to say adios. Doc, always a pleasure. Banks, thank you for your
Thank you very much,
information.
everybody.
And Mr. What's your name? Nick, thank you for filming all this with those expensive little toys you have over there. If you want to get in touch with Dr. Anthony Pannozzo, best thing to do is give him a call at 561-381-5800. That's 561-381-5800. I want to say goodbye because he's already getting on the phone. So we're going to end a second early today, okay? Have a great one, everybody.